BACB sports fans, and welcome inside Birmingham Groves High School for this varsity water polo contest between the Groves Gators and the Seaholm Maples. I'm Brad Fetters for BACB Sports, getting you all set to go for what should be an exciting contest between our two rival schools. Groves is honoring their seniors here tonight as we wind down the spring calendar year. Let's quickly meet the Groves Gators. Their head coach, Claire Lasota, is alongside our very own Andy Aubrey.
All right, Brad, thank you very much. We are here now with Groves head coach, Claire Lasota. Claire, we got senior night. This is it. Can you talk a little bit about your seniors this year and what the importance of this night means?
So our seniors are a very close group this year. Many of them have swam together for years, and then we really see that a lot of them were responsible for getting others into polo. So they've been great leaders throughout this year, and we're really going to miss them next year once they've gone to college.
For sure. But what we've seen is a lot of players from all sports, but water polo is a really tight-knit group. They seem to come back. Is that true?
Yeah, we've had some seniors come back to visit this year and past years beforehand, so we know that they will be back, but just in the water, we'll especially miss them.
Yeah. And I meant to offer encouragement, not to play. I think there's rules about that. All right. No, none of these 6, 7-year players. Well, you have Seaholm, your arch rival, the nemesis. They're in the building tonight. What do you expect from their team?
So over the winter, we actually were able to form a club team where we played against some of the Seaholm athletes. So it was nice to be able to coach them in the off season, and then it'll also be nice to see the players and how they've developed since club season has ended. So we know it's going to be a good game. The girls always come in ready to go, and it should be a lot of fun.
It should be. Every sport, always great when these two hook up. You're going to want to defend your territory here, and we expect you to do that. So we'll wrap it up for right now. Thank you for your time. Best of luck on senior night. We're right back with Abby Parsons and send it back to Brad for right now.
All right, thank you so much, Coach Lasota and Andy. As for the Seaholm Maples, they will look to play the role of spoiler here tonight. They are led by their senior captain, Hope Edwards, who has 38 goals on the season. Junior captain, Ella Gifford, has chipped in with 41 goals of her own. That is a terrific 1-2 combination for the Seaholm Maples this season. Their head coach, Abby Parsons, is alongside Andy now at pool level.
All right, thank you again, Brad. We're here now with head coach Abby Parsons from Seaholm. Abby, your shirt says it all. Beat Groves. We know exactly where this rivalry stands. What do you expect from well, we won't call him enemy, your opponent this evening?
We've only played Groves once this year, and it was at a tournament. So, I think it'll be a hard-fought game till the end for both of us. Both teams always come ready to go and ready to play and play hard all the way through.
It's their senior night. Yours is coming up on Thursday. Spend a minute talking about your own seniors and the importance that they've been on your team.
Yeah, we have 4 seniors. 3 of those seniors have been playing since their freshman year, which is great. And seeing them develop over these years has been really great. We have a couple of our seniors who are our starters, and we'll definitely feel the loss of them next year. But a couple of them going to play varsity in college, which is exciting. So excited to celebrate them on Thursday.
Go ahead and talk about the names who have been really good for you and include them if you like.
Sure. Hope Edwards is our whole D, and she is going to play at Penn State Barron next year for varsity polo, which is exciting. Then we have a very junior-heavy team. I've got like 16 or 17 juniors on my team. Ella Gifford is definitely a really big offensive player for us. Our goalie, Maya, has been huge this year as her first year as a varsity goalie. So.
We'll good. Well, that pretty much takes care of it. We're going to wrap it up for right now as people are walking in front of our camera shot. But we'll wish you the best of luck here in enemy territory, I guess you could say. But we want everybody to stay tuned because coming right up, we're going to get this one underway.
All right, thank you so much, Coach Parsons and Andy. We will now throw it over to the public address announcer here at Birmingham Groves High School for tonight's senior ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2024 matchup, the crosstown rivalry between the Seaholm Maples and our Groves Gators. Today is a special day as we recognize all the seniors in attendance today and definitely give a shout out to our Groves Gators seniors who we are going to celebrate today as shown on the video board. We'd like to recognize and congratulate and acknowledge all the Seaholm seniors. They are Hope Edwards, McKenna Schaffner, Allison Schneider, and Mallory O'Brien. As I mentioned, we are going to recognize 8 wonderful Groves Gators seniors. Our first senior we are going to recognize, our team manager. Please welcome Clara Vegan. Clara's mom is Corinne. Her dad is Guillaume, sister Chloe. She plans on returning to France and to do a bachelor's in foreign and regional languages, literatures, and civilizations at the University of Caen. Her favorite memory last year was at Ann Arbor for the last JV game when they got to cheer for the varsity team and that everybody was really excited to play that last game before the next season. Her advice for the others would be to never give up when playing against some teams that are hard to play with. To enjoy every moment you get to share with the people on the team because water polo season goes by very quickly and it's most important to have fun every time out. Clara Vegan. Next up, Casey Schindler. Casey is walking with her parents Danielle and Robert tonight, and she would like to thank all here for all of her amazing teammates and coaches for pushing her through all 4 years of playing. Her plans after graduation is to attend Paul Mitchell Cosmetology School to specialize in colored and textured hair. Some of her favorite memories are carpools, blasting music, along with her game debriefs with her teammates. Her advice is to stick with it and don't be afraid to put your all into it while in the water. Casey Schindler. Our next senior, Alyssa Woldridge. Also accompanying Alyssa, sister Natalie Woldridge. They are both walking with her mom, Robin. And after graduation, Alyssa plans to attend Michigan State University, major in nursing, while Natalie plans to attend the University of Michigan for biomedical engineering. Alyssa's favorite team memory is last year when the team went to the beach during the tournament. And for Natalie, well, the same thing, going to the beach between games in Grand Haven. Alyssa's advice for the team is to always have fun. Don't let a bad game tear you down. And as long as you've had fun and tried your best, that's all that matters. And for Natalie, her advice to her teammates is to make the most out of water polo. Not only is it an exhilarating and rewarding sport, but it's also an opportunity to build lifelong bonds with the most amazing teammates. Both of them say, "Go Gators!" Alyssa and Natalie Woldridge. Our next senior is none other than Nina Atisha. Nina, accompanied by her father Elliot, and her mother Mona is on FaceTime. Nina plans to study political science and public policy this fall. Her favorite memory on the Groves water polo team is spending time with her friends. Her advice to others is to have fun because, as they say at Ferris Bueller's Day Off, high school and life goes by very fast. Nina has really enjoyed being part of the Groves water polo team these last 4 years. Go Gators! That is Nina Atisha. Next up, Chloe Alkatib. Chloe is accompanied by her father Matthew, her mother Abby, and her brothers Kyle and Andrew. At this time, Chloe is undecided on where she'll be going next year, but she's definitely going to be studying biology and neuroscience. Her favorite team memory is singing Girl on Fire at one of the games last year. Her advice to her team is to have fun, create memories, because high school goes by way too fast. Chloe has had an amazing last 4 years playing for Groves water polo team and has made many amazing memories. Go Gators! Next up, Kira Rocco. Kira is accompanied by her mom and dad, Patty and Ben. After graduation, she will be studying secondary education at Loyola, Chicago. Her favorite memory is going to the beach last year with the team and having to get dinner with each other after all the games. Her advice is be grateful for all the time you get with the team and never forget to have fun and laugh when you're in the pool. Everybody, Kira Rocco. Our next senior, Alexis Otten. Alexis is walking with her mom, Laura, dad Dave, and sisters Lily and Victoria. After graduation, she plans on attending the James Madison College at Michigan State University to study public policy. Her favorite memory from Polo was the bonding sleepover they had last year when they had to drink the most foul mixtures of condiments. Her advice to the team is to have fun in the games and to try not to be one on the team with the most kickouts. Everybody, Alexis Otten. Last, and certainly not least, please welcome Brianna Kim. Brianna walking with her mom Alyssa, dad Jen, and younger sister Julia. She would like to thank her family for always encouraging her and to keep going when she needed the extra push and for cheering her through every match, which means more to her than words can ever express. She'd also like to thank her coaches, Coach Claire and Coach Jamie, for always dealing with whatever shenanigans she brings to the deck that day and for being the people that she can always lean on. After graduation from high school, Brianna will be attending the United States Naval Academy. While at the academy, she will be studying nuclear surface warfare officer. Favorite memories that Brianna has is on the water polo team includes bringing her sister's electric scooter to practice and watching Coach Claire whisk around on it. Hanging out and doing homework in the locker rooms with her friends after high school, and singing random songs with teammates throughout practices. Advice for others would be simply, you should embrace every moment and have fun. Cherish the bonds you formed with your teammates. Push yourself to improve every day. And remember, it's okay to let loose and be silly sometimes. Doing these things have led Brianna to treasure her time as a Groves Gator, and hopes you all do so as well. And these moments go by really fast. I see that as a common thread with our seniors. Please recognize once again Brianna Kim. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody, please rise to your feet and give a nice standing ovation to these amazing Groves Gator seniors!
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Welcome back to Birmingham Groves High School. Brad Fetters alongside Andy Aubrey, nearly set to go. This rivalry clash between our two schools. As we look at the Seaholm Maples making their way towards the pool, we're going to have a swim off here to start tonight's game. Taking on the Groves Gators, already mentioned. For Seaholm, players to pay attention to will be number 23 senior captain Hope Edwards. Comes in with 38 goals, 27 assists, 57 steals, and has drawn 13 kickouts. Ella Gifford in number 11, the junior captain, well on her way to 100 steals this season, has 41 goals to go along with 28 assists. Lauren Gregg, number 15, a junior, 35 goals on the season to go along with 19 assists, 40 steals, and 11 kickouts. And Abby Hargrave Thomas, number 12, 37 goals, 12 assists, 49 points on the season, and 13 steals. Ireland Cops, your goaltender this evening for the Groves Gators. And Seaholm will start Maya Core. Seaholm will operate left to right. They will be in the road white caps. Birmingham Groves will be in the home green caps. Nearly set. Players are ready. Officials appear to be ready to go as well. So glad you decided to tune us in here tonight on BACB Sports. Gonna have a swim off between Alexis Otten, one of the captains for Groves. Referee making a slight adjustment. Signals to both swimmers, and away we go. Ball drop, and the opening draw is won and controlled by the Groves Falcons. They will have the opening possession of this game. Nice crowd on hand here for senior night. Hope you enjoyed the pregame festivities. Talented group of seniors. Brianna Kim going to the Naval Academy, Andy.
Very impressive. I'll have to remember to catch up with her afterwards and thank her in advance for her service.
Following in the footsteps of Roger Staubach and David Robinson.
The Admiral.
Quick shot. Oh, not a lot on it. Might have been deflected. It did kiss the post. First scoring chance belongs to Seaholm, and we remain scoreless. If you are new to the game of water polo, it moves fast and furious. We do have a shot clock that kind of controls the game as well. It's a 30-second shot clock. It will reset on turnovers. It will reset on rebounds as well. Good wet pass. High shot opportunity Second of the game, Abby Hargrave Thomas turned aside once again by Ireland Kopsch.
Well, we're early, Brad. These teams are just sort of kind of getting their way, figuring it all out here as we are easing into the first quarter of this one.
Looking for that whole set. Here comes the double team from Seaholm defensively, and they get the turnover. So, early part of this game. I know it's early, but Seaholm really dictating play. Opportunity number 3 belongs to Seaholm. Go to the perimeter pass. Ella Gifford, dangerous goal scorer. Goes to the very top of the formation. Hope Edwards, we know she can put it in the back of the net. She gets it, 6 to shoot. Gonna have to hurry. A little common foul, so they'll play on. And a big booming shot in the first. Goal of the game belongs to Ella Gifford, her 42nd goal of the season.
And that is a big number. She is certainly used to finding the back of the net and puts her team up early in this one with 4:50 yet to play in the first quarter. It's 1-0 Seaholm.
Gators high arcing shot misses its mark. Sails over top of the cage. 4:42 left to go in the first. Gifford takes the wet pass, holds the ball out via her extended right arm. Pass around the perimeter, well guarded right now by the Gators. Here to supply a little bit of defense, Brianna Kim. Kim wears 8 in green. Tough stretch pass across the pool. Now back out, gonna have to hurry. Under 5 to shoot. First big save of the game for Ireland Kopsch. Kopsch looks to outlet, finds Ott being harassed there by Ella Gifford. It's a turnover right at the midcourt stripe. Backpedaling momentarily are the Maples. Under 4 minutes left to go in the first. It'll be Hope Edwards to bring it up. She's trying the outlet pass, and 2 Gators converge. It's going to stay with the Maples. At far side official thought the Gators were a little too aggressive. Racco and Woolridge both converged. And get called for the common foul. Under 10 to shoot now. Maples content on keeping it outside. The shot comes one-handed, saved that time by Kopsch. She has been busy in net. Every possession has resulted in a shot. They've all reached the net. Get another look here at the Kopsch save.
Yeah, a lot of harassment, as you mentioned, Brad. There's a ton of activity out front. And here's this first goal of the game. Look at that again.
Hey, number 1 for Seaholm, my car, take the ball.
So stay with the Gators. They'll put the ball in play from the far side. Ooh, nearly tucked it inside the post, near side. Kind of a dangerous looking play. Core's able to swim it out. Now stretches it up ahead. Numbers here for the Maples if they hurry. Far side of the pool. Avery Allen has it. Allen looks across pool. Tough pass right on the doorstep. And the second goal of the game belongs to the Maples and Emily Tronell.
Yeah, this one was a pretty easy one. Just a little lob shot. And it's goal. It's a goal for the second one of the night already here for Seaholm. We're still in the first quarter, 2:51 to play. And Groves needs to be careful here. They're going to try and get one on the board so they don't let things get out of hand too quickly.
Gators with the first substitution of the game. Alcatib comes out. And a high soaring shot. Going up with 2 hands. Core makes the save. Hope Edwards going to QB the perimeter. Very top of the formation. Whole set has it. That'll stay with the Maples. Abby Hargrave Thomas in that familiar spot right in front of the goal. That's what they call a whole set. Kind of a facilitator of offense. Grabbed that by Woolridge. Woolridge commits the foul. Thomas goes back to the perimeter. Shot sails over top the net. Seaholm just continues to pile up scoring opportunities and chances. Have the early 2-0 lead. Gators looking for their first goal. Ruggarella has it. Goes over with her left hand. Racco dipped underwater. They'll play on. She has to defer back. Looking for an open teammate. 20 seconds to shoot. Plenty of time. 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. A little shovel pass. Tried to go with the skip shot right into the midsection of goaltender Core. Maples waste no time. Get the ball quickly into their offensive zone. Tronell. Wet pass. 4 Gators converge this time. They'll play on. This is a dangerous spot right now for the Gators. Some slapping taking place. So Gifford will have to go back with it. Very top of the key. Good look at some of the faithful in attendance, cheering on our participants.
Yeah, I have to believe there's a little bigger crowd here than usual, considering it's the rivalry game, not to mention senior night.
And it's going to go back over to the Maples. Look out. A little bit of an inception kind of shot here where we're looking through this gentleman's iPhone. We're kind of got a camera on top of a camera on top of a camera on top of a camera off the post.
Art imitating life.
I assure you, we are not paying that gentleman to provide us that view.
Everybody's a cameraman now, right?
Who would have thunk it? We all have a camera now in our pockets.
We can make our own movies. We can get an answer to anything in the world.
The Google machine.
It is the Google machine.
Avery Allen on the far side. Under a minute left to go in the first quarter. Brad Fetters alongside Andy Aubrey for BACB Sports. 2-0 Maples in front, looking to add on to that lead. And they're going to go over to the Gators. Kops will trigger from her goaltender position. Unable to connect. Was looking for Brianna Kim. She's listed on our roster, Andy, as Bree.
The future admiral?
Future ad?
Maybe. Aim high. Oh, that's the Air Force.
Little balk. Now the shot. Ooh, good idea. Trying to go far post. I like that thought.
Seconds, they got to move.
Oof. So we'll see if the Gators are able to avoid it here again, and this pass will not connect with anyone. And the Gators will wisely just swim that back. 2 goals, both scored by the Maples. Ella Gifford opened the scoring. Emily Tronell provided a bit of an insurance goal. They lead it 2-0. We'll take a quick break here on BACB Sports. When we come back, it'll be the start of the second quarter of play.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. But only you can prevent wildfires.
There's a look inside the Seaholm Maples huddle. Seaholm out to a 2-0 lead. Groves breaking their huddle, appear ready to go. Start of the second quarter of play, and the Gators looking for some answers as you get a look there at head coach Claire Lasota.
Yeah, and I think it will be rather urgent for Groves to pull within 1. You don't want to let Seaholm get too far out ahead of you. They're obviously a dangerous team, and they have had the more quality scoring chances. At least 2-1, I would say, as this first quarter has come to an end, and we're about to start the second. But Very urgent for Groves to put their foot on the gas here.
Very efficient Seaholm offense. Essentially turned every trip up the pool into scoring opportunities. We'll have the swim off here to start the second quarter of play. Battle for it, and it will be Gator ball. Alexis Otten, one of the captains for Groves. Takes a lot of concentration, Andy, to call them the Gators.
I agree. Yes, we're not used to that as much. There are Falcons everywhere except
Oh,
here.
big block shot. Lauren Gregg with the block. The rejection. Shot clock resets. There's the view. Pool level. This brings you inside the game right here.
That's a great shot.
So you want to play water polo.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
Rugby in the water, as they call it.
Tough shot off the crossbar. That one hurts. Natalie Woolridge with the opportunity. Maples back on the attack. Pass too tall that time for Trinell. Trinell has the second goal. Some separation created. And a little bit of a push off perhaps there on the Maples will give the ball back over to Groves. Kopsch will trigger from her goaltender position. Morocco has it. Extends it out. Goes over to the whole set. Covered well defensively by Schaffner. Go to the far side of the pool. Backpedaling Woolridge. 15 to shoot. Nearly stretched all the way out to the half-court line. And some tenacious defense being played right now by Seaholm. And just having to attempt a 20-foot shot, no good.
Yeah, that was sort of a desperation shot, but they had to do something. That shot clock was running out.
Hope Edwards, look out. Oh, save of the game by Kopsch. Long rebound, controlled by the Maples. Shot clock resets. Kind of punching at it.
Yeah, we haven't seen that, Brad.
That was Abby Hargrave Thomas. Rather than catching and shooting like a one-timer, she kind of batted the ball out of the air. Claire Lasota urging her players on, trying to give out some last-second instructions. This possession for the Gators going nowhere. 8 seconds to shoot. Really going to have to hurry now. Ball put back in play. Racco has it. Half a dozen seconds to shoot. Down to 2. Heaves it. And clanks it off the post. Boy, oh boy. Iron unkind right now for the Gators. Goalie's best friend.
They have made a number of attempts that have just hit that crossbar.
A little bit of a no-look pass onto the doorstep. Fakes the pass and fires it home.
Well, you could feel it. It was right on the edge of Seaholm coming back. Groves had a few nice looks in the last couple minutes, but it was not to be. They hit the post twice, and now we're going to look at a replay of this most recent goal.
Ella Gifford again. Second goal of the game gives her 43 now on the season. Just a absolute scoring machine. 43 goals, 28 assists, is 94 steals. Just filling up the stat sheet.
And some players just have that knack, don't they?
Head coach Abby Parsons mentioned to you in the pregame that her senior captain Hope Edwards will be going to Penn State Barron next year. And a fourth Maple goal.
Yeah, Seaholm threatening to run away with this one here. Still relatively early in the game. 4 minutes left in the second quarter. A lot of game left to be played, but it has been all Seaholm so far.
Abby Hargrave Thomas's 38th goal of the season. So Maples just have 4 well-balanced scorers on their roster, and they are flexing their muscle here this evening.
And that last goal was just sort of a no-look behind the back shot that went in.
She can get 2 goals so far for Ella Gifford, and a goal from Trinell and Abby Hargrave Thomas. Big blast from the outside, and they're going to wave it off. Gators in desperate need of some offense. And try the outside.
And you see the tenacity of Seaholm's defenders. They're just not allowing any openings whatsoever.
I think the story thus far has been the Seaholm defense. Just have clamped down, especially outside along the perimeter.
Yeah, they've clogged the middle and the edges. That's textbook stuff.
Good one-handed catch. Ooh, trying to thread the needle, and they will turn it over. Ooh. Oh, that was a bit of a mistake. Ireland Kopsch kind of just tossed that ball out of bounds.
Yeah, I think she'd like to have that one back. I believe she meant to do that. Turns back into another Seaholm possession.
Look at that battle in the whole set. Pass the outside, deflected out front. I think that was Brianna Kim. Kim deflecting that pass. There's head coach Claire Lasota.
Try to implore the Legion.
Don't give up the ship, right?
Never
The Old
give
Navy
up.
slogan.
Yeah, right.
And a collision. Natalie Woolridge applies a little bit of pressure. And that pass just out of the reach, but it's going to stay with the Maples. And they're going to call an exclusion foul. Going to get Alcatib for the penalty. So they will be a woman down, and too easy there. 3rd goal of the game for Ella Gifford. Seaholm starting to pile it on now.
Yeah, this is Seaholm unkindly walking into their rivals' pool and or swimming into it, as it were, and taking a game over. You're seeing it before your very eyes. We'll take a look at the replay of that last goal, and they need to sew that net up a little bit, Brad. There's a hole in the back of it, but that was...
Maybe the shot had so much velocity on it, it went right through.
Just broke the net,
Yeah.
tore right through it. Could have.
So that gives Gifford now the hat trick. Here comes Seaholm looking for a half dozen. They're going to get it.
Well, it's turning into an onslaught at this time. I'm sure that
That'll be Lauren Gregg. 6-0.
And we'll see it again here. This 6th goal is sort of a point-blank shot, no problem. Coach Lasota for sure hoping for that halftime to show up so they can get a breather and maybe do some regrouping here. They need to get some goals on the board.
80 seconds away from that halftime break. And a two-handed catch made by Maya Core. Good reminder, if you've missed any portion of tonight's game, or if maybe you want to watch the senior ceremony, if you missed that, all of our spring sporting events are available to you now online, YouTube. BACB Sports, Bloomfield, TWP, as well as available search. Hit the subscribe button. That's what I do. Then I get email notification when all of our programming is available.
And like I always say, you can't get enough of us, can you?
No, absolutely not. BloomfieldTWP.org, as well as the Birmingham Area Cable Board website, also offers video on demand capabilities. All of our award-winning programming available online. Gotta love YouTube.
How much bandwidth do they have?
Oh, man.
A bunch, apparently.
Silicon Valley just has endless amounts, Andy.
It's not just dance recitals and people putting Mentos in Diet Coke bottles anymore. We're talking high school athletics, folks.
Quick shot. Turn off the shot clock. 13 seconds remaining in the first half. Gators looking to get on the board, in desperate need of a goal here to close out the half. Dangerous pass. Intercepted. Racco was the intended receiver, and the horn will sound. The first half is in the books with the Seaholm Maples on the road out to an early 6-0 lead. Andy, your thoughts on the first half of play?
Well, what can you say for this game that Seaholm hasn't said for themselves, which is they came out on fire and they never let up, and this whole first half has been the Maples game. Groves, they need to regroup. They're going to talk it over at halftime, see if they can put a couple of the first two in when the third quarter starts and make a game of this.
4 different Maples have factored into the scoring. They are led by Ella Giffords, 3 goals, and lead it at halftime 6-0. We'll take a quick break here on BACB Sports. When we come back, the second half from Birmingham Groves High School.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Brett Fetters alongside Andy Aubrey continuing coverage here at girls varsity water polo. Matchup between the Groves Gators and the Seaholm Maples. Back to the drawing board, so to speak, here, Andy, as the Groves Gators trail 6-0.
Yeah, everybody got a little breather over there, and meanwhile, Seaholm's feeling good about themselves. A lot of smiles on that bench. Up 6-0. They have dominated this one so far. And but Groves, they're home. They got a lot of pride. And Coach Lasota, I'm sure, implored her side to pick up the pace a little bit. All it takes is to start with one, and we'll see if they're able to land that one, the first one here coming out of the halftime.
Abby Parsons was not kidding when she said this is a senior-laden squad. McKenna Schaffner and Hope Edwards, the only 2 seniors on the Seaholm roster.
They're going to be dangerous next year, huh?
Yeah, Ella Gifford, the big goal scorer this evening with 3, is only a junior. So the Maples win the swim-off. We'll have the opening possession here of the second half. Already have that 6-0 lead, playing the role of spoiler on senior night. Beautiful day outside, sun just pouring in to the pool area here at Birmingham Groves High School.
Yeah, it makes you wish this one was outdoors, huh?
I think most of the high schools in California do play their water polo and swim events outdoors.
Yeah, they do. In fact, I don't know who's ever been to the Penn State University campus, State College, PA. They've got a beautiful outdoor pool there, too. Not quite as climate friendly for certain times of the year, but I was certainly impressed with their facilities over there.
Another turnover for the Maples, looking to turn it into offense. They go back with it. Hope Edwards has it and just kind of flings it right in on net. Ireland Kopsch will turn it aside.
There's one thing that we know about the game of water polo, Brad, is that these quarters click down quickly, and there's not a lot of time to waste. If you're Groves, you want to get a couple in as soon as possible, but it seems like you blink and you're down to a couple minutes in these games.
Yeah, the clock suddenly is not a friend of the Gators. You really can't build yourself a sizable hole in the game of water polo. It's so difficult to come back because of pretty much an endless running clock. The only thing that can stop it right now is a shot clock, because that's what, the third or fourth post the Gators have hit this evening?
Yes, quite a few. You know, a couple of those could have had a friendlier bounce for their benefit.
And now we will get a stoppage in play as well as a stoppage of the clock. So we do have, I don't know if we have a, looks like perhaps a injured Gator.
I'm always amazed there's not more injuries in this sport, especially when the guys are playing. I mean, they get downright brutal with each other. There's a lot of gouging and kicking, and some of it's inadvertent, some of it isn't. But it's a rough sport.
So going to call a exclusion penalty on Abby Hargrave Thomas, so she's going to have to sit. And the injured Gator who came off is Racco, one of the captains.
And she's holding her throat. She might have taken an elbow to her under her chin area somehow.
Well, we're currently we're 5 on 5, so they got dual exclusions. I can't quite make out the cap number for the Gator that's in the box. But we will swim 5 on 5. So two teams are at even strength, so to speak, but 5 on 5. And good heads-up play by Bree Kim. Stepped in front of the pass and came away with the turnover. They released both players back to 6 on 6, full strength now for both teams. 4:50 left to go, third quarter of play. Something going to have to give here for the Gators. Big goose egg right now on the scoreboard.
Well, I've liked their strategy, their approach. They've taken some long outside shots. Sometimes it's frustrating to watch. There's a few sports this happens in, and they all seem to have sort of a similarity to them. One is soccer, another is hockey and water polo, where they work around that perimeter. They work around, they look for that perfect shot, and they don't ever actually take the shot. And frequently, and we've seen it, something just from far outside, you take the shot, and you get a favorable bounce in there. And that's certainly what Groves needs, some good fortune right now.
And winning the race for that loose ball, Greg is forced to pull up. No scoring here in this third quarter. And good play defensively to get back the Gators. It's Alexis Otten. She will now shovel it back to her goaltender. Groves looking for some instant offense. Who's it going to come from?
They'll take it from anywhere at this point.
$18 to shoot. Bella Ruggiero with it in her left hand. To Kim. Kim with the opportunity and off the very top of the crossbar. Bounds out, Al-Khatib. Shot clock resets, and she will clang it off the side of the net.
And that's a good example. You know, you take that shot, and it's mere inches away from bouncing down and into the net instead of up and over it.
Gators have dented the posts here tonight. On the doorstep. Ooh, nice right-handed save there. core.
And she's made a number of great saves like that. For not those tremendous saves, this game would be even further out of hand.
Kluchik tried to tuck that inside the near post. Hope Edwards took that wet pass and took a spray to the face. Not sure that was in the job description.
No, it wasn't.
Kim backing down. Gators have picked up their defense here in the second half.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. They've been playing a swarming brand. And it's funny with the crowd that ball attracts out there in the middle, isn't it? Just
Everyone.
a total collapsing of players from both sides. Timeout here, it looks like. You know, I was looking up some fun facts about this sport. Did you know that in the Olympics there have been players from the ages of 14 to 45 participating in Olympic water polo?
Has to be one of the larger age gaps in any Olympic sport.
Exactly. I can't imagine a greater one.
Can't imagine there's many 45-year-old track runners.
No. Or boxers. Except for Mike Tyson.
Yeah, he's going to give it a go on July 20th.
Yeah, that one's going to be interesting. I understand that fight's going to be sanctioned, actually. So, but no, in terms of fun facts about water polo, I found this tremendously enlightening. They said it's critical that you know how to swim.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I guess in the category of thank you, Captain Obvious.
Yeah, that does seem like a prerequisite to playing this game.
I mean, it's a fact, all right.
It's not quite a fun fact, Andy.
Really.
It's not one of your best.
No, not really. I admit that.
I honestly, I expect a little better out of you.
Well, let's see if we can do that.
You usually bring the heat. That one was a little bit of a softball.
Well, I thought it was funny, actually. They'd even put that down. Isn't that a given?
Yeah, I would think so.
I mean, I think so. But they do refer to it as water rugby in some circles. And we've talked a little bit about the kayak water polo.
Yeah.
That's a separate sport. Canoeing, even, is a different one, too.
Do they have a floaty, like a water floaty polo? Where you wear the floaties on your arms?
Wouldn't that be easier? Absolutely.
Maybe, especially for the goalies, right? Because you're talking 12 and a half feet down here on this deep end.
Yeah, and you're treading water for the entire game. And if you're out there swimming, you're going, they said, up to 1,600 meters of swimming for an entire meet.
So come out of the timeout. Just under 2.5 minutes remaining in what has been a scoreless third quarter. It appears all of our players in the pool can swim, so that's
It appears.
we're good to go there.
They also said that certain body styles are more successful, and a lefty is extremely coveted in this sport.
Ooh, pass just out of the reach of Amanda Arcio. I guess really the reason why you would want a lefty is because they are so few and far between.
Well, they can absolutely lock down that side of the pool if you think about it. You know, that's sort of similar to having a left-handed pitcher in baseball or a left-handed first baseman, I guess. It's not many of them out there, and so they're coveted.
And obviously a lefty would be able to take a pass on that left side a little bit easier, get a one-timer off, as the Maples nearly had Their first goal given up. Probably the save of the game for Maya Core. Under a minute left to go in the third. Maples right back on the attack, up 6-0. Tough pass going backwards. We're retreating just a bit. The old dip under the pool. It's good strategy.
Well, I think, much more time elapses here. Seaholm will be more than understandably going into more of a stall game than an all-out attack mode, considering their 6-goal lead.
There are fractional seconds differentiating between the game clock and the shot clock. The shot clock should expire before the game clock, and it kind of is skipping around at the moment as the fans in attendance will count it down. And the goaltender, Ireland Kopsch, takes a shot. A little goalie-on-goalie crime as Maya Core makes the save. An absolute scoreless third quarter of play. We remain Seaholm 6, Groves nothing. Fourth and final quarter play coming up next right here on BACB Sports.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Crunch time, fourth quarter of play from Birmingham Groves High School. Brad Fetters with my main man, Andy Aubrey. 6-0 our score. The Seaholm Maples in front of the Groves Gators. Varsity water polo. Fourth and final swim off of the game. And one and controlled once again by the Seaholm Maples. That one caught Abby Hargrave Thomas by surprise, able to shovel a pass back to Hope Edwards. Maples will look to create here on their opening possession of this fourth quarter of play. Also look to kill probably a lot of time.
Yeah, that's my thinking too. They're going to just probably pass it around, and if they happen to run out of the shot clock, that's not going to break their hearts.
We've called enough of these games, Andy, to know that shutouts are relatively rare.
Yeah, you're right. That is true. So if that's the case and it holds true again, that bodes well for Groves to put a couple up here in the fourth quarter.
Quick turnaround shot out of the right hand of Brianna Kim.
They haven't gotten a tremendous amount of velocity, or velo, if you will, on their shots. Their scoring opportunities have been a little tepid, I guess we could say. They've had a few, and I've liked what they've done, taking some of these outside shots, but as you mentioned earlier, Brad, they have just hit the post a number of times. It could have gone either way.
Credit to the Gators.
Like that one, right on cue.
Credit the Gators. As we mentioned in the third quarter, they have definitely amped up their defensive pressure, doing a much better job of guarding. Kim. A little pirouette there by Ruggarello. Trying to find Otten. Otten in the center of this offensive formation, trying to dig herself in deep in that whole set. 8 seconds to shoot. Kim has it. Box moves her way in. Box some more. Ooh, skip shot. Those are dangerous, those skip shots. Time them right, they can skip right in.
Sort of the equivalent of the bounce shot in lacrosse, maybe?
Yeah. Fool the goaltender. Maples back to work offensively. There's a lefty. Sophie Layer, the freshman for the Maples, seeing some action now. She's in that left wing spot. Kim will be guarding her. Extending the defense out is Allie Rail. So both coaches working some reserves into the lineup now. This is a grueling sport. Kim. Turns around, tries to find a teammate. Able to locate one momentarily. Otten. Battle for that loose ball, and we'll have a timeout called by Abby Parsons of Seaholm.
Well, with the time we have here during this timeout, I'll see if I can bring a couple more fun stats to our break, which are that men's water polo was the first team sport introduced in the 1900 Olympic Games. It was not alone that year. There were other sports, team sports introduced that same year. Cricket was one. Rugby was another. Soccer. Polo with horses. Now, that's the first reference we've had to horses and horses drowning and all that. That's not happening here. Rowing was another sport. And tug of war.
Tug of war in the Olympics?
I didn't think of it as an Olympic sport.
Come
but
on.
Apparently it was once upon a time. So, yeah.
Let's get the BACB Sports crack staff on that one.
Well, that'd be us and or you. But so now women's water polo, since we're covering that at the moment, became an Olympic sport at the 2000 Sydney Olympics, which surprised me a little bit. It was that recent. But there were many political protests, especially from the Australian women's team, to get it introduced in that year's Olympics. So, and it's been there ever since, obviously. So, yeah, a little bit of the history of the game. It started in England, in Scotland, actually. And the ball was constructed of a special rubber that didn't take on water, obviously. So,
All right, Andy, you ready?
here we go.
Tug of war
Yeah.
was in 5 Olympics.
Okay.
1900, 1904, 1908, 1912, and 1920.
Who can forget that 1920 gold medal tug of war match?
Well, in 1904, the United States swept the medals, winning all 3, gold, silver, and bronze, and then the British team did it in 1908. You could enter, obviously, more than one team. Unbelievable. Had no idea tug of war was an Olympic game. See, folks, you tune into a BACB sports broadcast and you never know what you're liable to learn.
We seek to entertain and inform. That's our goal. I don't know how much entertaining we do, but if learning is your thing, we got you.
6 members. 5 members in 04, and then they went to 8 members in the last 3 appearances of the sport.
And they were all New York City firefighters and police officers, right?
Henry Duke was the captain of the City of London's police team. There you go.
The Duke?
The Duke. Thank you, Wikipedia,
Thank you. And
for
we
the
thank-
information.
Yes. Yes, and I should probably give credit to my information stat sheet. That was
$3:50 left to go in the 4th quarter.
VanguardAquatics.com. That's where I regaled you folks with some of the statistics I brought earlier.
Maple's just looking to kill off some clock.
Yeah, that clock cannot run fast enough for them. In the meantime, Groves is, they'd like to put a couple on the board just for, morality's sake and put it into, give them a little springboard for finish their season up.
Stretch pass up ahead. Schaffner goes back. It's Kluchik. Turnaround shot. Did that cross the line?
No, I don't think so.
I believe it did.
Did it?
I'm going to give credit to Emily Trinnell,
Yep, they did give it to her.
member of the International Academy here in Birmingham. Her second goal of the game. It just crept over the goal line. Ireland Kopsch kind of sort of made the initial save and just was able to trickle over the line. Seventh goal of the game, second of the game for Turnell. As the Gators will retain coming out of this break. Just 18 seconds remaining. Gonna need a miracle.
Yeah, time for one more rush, you'd think. You know, a third goal, I think, would mean a lot to them. They've been really feisty here in this fourth quarter, and after keeping Seaholm off the board completely in the third quarter,
Yep.
you have to say Groves has really turned it around this second half. So credit to them, their team, their never say die attitude, the coaching staff. They've talked the ladies up and made sure their heads are still in it. It's worked because they've been the aggressors here, especially in the fourth quarter now.
Yeah, Groves has outscored Seaholm in the second half, 2-1. Fortunately for them, they dug themselves at 6-0 halftime deficit. Really, just too big of a hill to climb here tonight.
Right, and Seaholm, you know, let's face it, they did take their foot off the gas a little bit here in the second half. They didn't need a ton more offense, and this will end up playing out. They did get that seventh goal, but, you know, they were enjoying a comfortable lead in the second half. No real need to play recklessly or get caught out of position. And so Groves took advantage of a little bit of that lack of aggressiveness on the Seaholm side by putting a couple in here, and they hit another couple posts. They've had a legion of those this whole game. Actually, you wonder what this game would look like if for not a couple of those post hits in the first half. Maybe you know, even a couple more of those coming to fruition for them in the first half. But Seaholm has been what you would say fairly dominant here so far this evening, and there's 18 seconds left for them to take it back down Cranbrook home.
So Ireland Kopsch will trigger. Goaltender has joined the mix here as an offensive player. So opportunity 7-on-6, so to speak. Kopsch walks in and scores. You got a goalie goal. What more could you ask for in a game than a goalie goal?
Like Chris Osgood, right?
The goalie goal from Groves is their third goal in a row.
5 seconds, time for a steal and another goal.
You never know. So you get the timeout called by Claire Lasota, and she draws up a goalie goal. That is some well-done coaching there.
It worked. It absolutely worked, and I love that replay. I mean, she froze everybody and picked her spot, and she was a sniper for a goalie, I think you could say.
Ireland Kopsch, what was your stat line tonight? About 20 saves and a goal.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sure. It's a valuable player.
So that will do it. The Maples will not even attempt another shot. They will.
That's what you think. Of course, the clock hadn't started yet, so I don't know that one would have counted. But, yes, I'll see home here tonight, it looks like, with a rather dominant. They wrote a first half 6-goal outburst to a relatively easy 7-3 win. Credit Groves for not lying down. They did all they could in the second half and really turned their fortunes around a little bit, especially in that fourth quarter, Brad.
Junior Ella Gifford, 3 first-half goals really set the tone for the Seaholm Maples in the first half. They do not look back and take it by the final score of 7-3. Take one final quick break here on BACB Sports. When we come back, our post-match coverage, including Andy Aubrey's Player of the Game interview.
When it comes to disasters and emergencies, it's not a matter of if, but when. I'm relying on luck, but who knows if it'll be on my side.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Take control at ready.gov/olderadults.
Welcome back one final time to Birmingham Groves High School. Brad Fetters for BACB Sports. JV game taking place right now. Let's quickly go downstairs to Andy Aubrey for our player of the game interview. It's going to be junior Ella Gifford. 3 first-half goals, gives her 44 now on the season. Andy, take it away.
All right, Brad, thank you very much. We are down here with our BACB Sports player of the game, Ella Gifford. Ella, 3 goals. You knocked off Groves. Describe your feelings.
Really, really happy because now we're going into districts, #1 seed, and just seeing everything that we've worked on practice this week and the past, pay off in the game. Working as a team, it's just good to see it pay off.
Yeah, I mean, how good does it feel? I'm sure that was exactly the game plan, right? I mean, go up as big as you can, and then I wouldn't say coast or ease into the end of the game, but ride it to a relatively drama-free second half, right?
Yeah, I think it was just good for the team to we were really excited that we were up, and then everybody got to play, which was really nice for us. Just getting experience for everybody and working as a team once again.
What did Coach say at halftime when you had that lead?
She was really happy, just wanted us to keep going. You can never let up. You just have to keep pushing.
All right, so without making wild predictions, you're headed into districts. Does this win have any more significance, you think?
Yeah, the goal is to win districts because that gets us a good seed for regionals. It's doable. It's going to be hard work, but I think we can do it.
Well, good luck to you. Congratulations. You played a tremendous game yourself and your teammates, and we wish you the best of luck moving forward, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right. There she is, Brad. Ella Gifford, 3 big goals, and her team, the Maples, beat Groves here in their pool tonight, and we'll see what happens to them in districts now. We'll send it back up to you to wrap it all up.
All right, thank you so much, Andy, and congratulations to Ella Gifford, our BACB Sports player of the game. 3 goals on the night really jump-started Seaholm in their 7-3 victory here tonight. Congratulations goes out to them, and good luck to both teams as they turn their attention to district play. Nice job by our entire BACB Sports crew, including our director tonight, Mike Koppmeyer. We'll take a look back now at some of tonight's highlights as we say goodbye. My broadcast partner, Andy Aubrey, I'm Brad Fetters saying good night. We'll see you next time.